What is up, everybody? Bootman here, and today I'm super excited because we're going to be going over the brand new card game coming out for DC. It's called DC Dual Force, all right? I know a bunch of you are excited about it. I know a bunch of you heard that I have a few keys to give away. I'm just kidding. Like, I have a ton of keys. Like, I have a lot of keys to get into the beta, all right? I'll be giving them away. But in this video, I went out there and I asked, I said, what kind of content would you guys like? And I ran polls on Twitter and my community tab. An overwhelming amount of you said you want content on how to play DC Dual Force. So that's what we're gonna be talking about today, all right? And I will also discuss the giveaways a little bit, and that's right, giveaways, okay? I will be doing multiple. We have a bunch of keys to give out, okay? So before we get started, if you're new here, hi, my name is Chris. I also go by Bootman, and yeah, I typically play a bunch of Marvel Snap, but I am super duper excited for DC Dual Force. I was invited to the early creator beta, which is gonna be this weekend, all right? Anyways, if you love, DC Dual Force, Marvel Snap, just digital card games in general, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell. We are trying to hit 10,000 subscribers. We're getting pretty close, all right? It's my birthday month, so that could be your birthday gift to me. Just hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. And we have an amazing Discord community down in the description below if you would like to join. I am actually working on a little project that I'll be announcing soon on this Discord channel, but I announced the first 10 keys, the beta keys for DC Dual Force that I'm giving away today in Discord. So you might wanna join Discord and follow me on Twitter. So my Twitter link is down below, but let's talk about the giveaway real quick. Let's talk about the giveaways, all right? So check it out. And I feel like this needs explaining too, so give me 1 second before we jump into how to play DC Dual Force, all right? So there's been a lot of confusion around this, okay? Myself and many other content creators and streamers, we will be giving away beta keys this weekend. You, unfortunately, will have to wait until next weekend, all right? So this weekend, let me actually get to the announcement that they made over here. We'll actually go through it together, all right? So there's no confusion. So you guys, first up is a streamer beta that is June 9th through 11th. That's this weekend, all right? Where invited streamers get the chance to play the game live for their audiences and give away DC Dual Force beta keys. That's what we're talking about, all right? You can use it, that you can use in upcoming events. Our game servers, well, and that actually sounds like they might have multiple beta weekends. Our game servers will be up from noon to 4 p.m. EST. So I'm West Coast, so that'll be 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So I will be streaming from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific time or 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time, Friday through Sunday. I will be giving away a bunch of keys. Those keys for all of you are for the following weekend, June 16th through 18th, all right? So if you win, you'll be playing the following weekend. So this weekend, come hang out, watch me and other creators play the game, talk about the game. We'll be building decks together, all that kind of stuff. But you guys, I have a ton of beta keys. Like, I'm talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of beta keys. So I'm gonna be giving away a lot. You don't wanna miss it. 2 things you could do to make sure you don't miss any of the announcements, because I'm gonna be doing multiple giveaways. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. I'll be streaming right here on my YouTube channel, and make sure you're following me on Twitter at BootmanMSTZ. That is linked down in the description below. That way, if you don't get the YouTube notification, you're following me on Twitter, you'll see when I'm going live. And yeah, I might have you like do things like retweet a tweet or, share like your most, the faction you're most excited for, stuff like that, all right? So make sure you're following me, make sure you're subscribed. Got it? I'll be giving away a bunch of keys, okay? Streamers, creators play this weekend, y'all play next weekend, we'll be playing with you, all right? So anyways, now that's out of the way. So again, I asked you all, like, what kind of content do you wanna make? Or do you want me to make? So feel free to leave a comment down below as well. But yeah, a bunch of you said how to play DC Dual Force. I ran the same poll on Twitter. A bunch of people said the same thing. Like, how do you play? How is it different from Marvel Snap? Everything like that, because I know a lot of you follow me for Marvel Snap, obviously. But I have these other topics here. If there's anything else, like card types, faction breakdowns, deck building, like I've been building some decks that I'm gonna be trying this weekend, so make sure you don't miss that. But after this video, let me know in the comments if there's anything that you have questions about. So before before I jump into all of that, make sure you guys all go check out Willow, okay? Willow is another content creator. This dude has been so pumped for DC Dual Force, and like, he knows more about the game than like any of us, all right? So I'm gonna explain the game to the best of my ability, but I've been learning from him, okay? But recently he's been going through all of the different factions. We'll explain what that is and everything like that. I'll try to remember to link his channel down below, but his YouTube channel is Willow Snapping. Go check it out. Like, it is the most in-depth stuff you'll ever see. Like, the dude needs to blow up. It's crazy. It's crazy how much he knows about the game. I'm learning a ton from him, and he's super cool too. We talk on Discord. He's helping me out with decks that I'm working on, telling me if I'm doing something wrong or there's bad synergies. You know what I mean? Like, he has it down, all right? So make sure you're following Willow as well, all right? So anyways, let's jump into this, how to play. So if you go to the DC Dual Force website, dcdualforce.com, you can go and here, let me go back to the main page so you guys all see how it is. So we go here, you click on game right here on the top bar, and it says begin walkthrough. So I'm gonna go through this with you, but feel free to go to their website and re-look at it, okay? I've been spending so much time on this website. Like, when I'm not snapping, I'm on this website just like trying to learn. I pretty much got the game for the most part down. I still have a few questions. The devs have been pretty cool in the Discord, answering as much stuff as they can. But yeah, there's a lot to learn. This is much more complex than like Marvel Snap, which I like. I'm really a fan of that. I like that there's a lot of thinking, a lot of strategy, a lot of different card types and everything. So I'm super excited, all right? So let's go through it. All right, so first off, we got the board, okay? So let me see if I can get a little better view of the board. So this is your hand too. So you have 6 slots on each side, okay? 6 and 6. So we each get 6 cards, okay? And they're gonna go through it. So in your hand, so every turn you draw a card, okay? That makes sense. Some people ask me about hand size, starting hand size. I don't know what the max hand size is. I don't think they've answered that yet, but I believe, and by the way, everything in this video, this is like to the best of my knowledge from what I've learned. I might be wrong, so don't be shocked. This weekend when we stream, we'll all learn together, okay? But I know quite a bit about the game, all right? So anyways, not sure about the max hand size. I don't know if anybody's asked or they said that, but I believe you start out with 4 cards in your hand, okay? So next up, this is the meat and potatoes right here, people, okay? So you have 2 leaders, okay? So leaders are like your main heroes, all right? So let's go to here. So this is the card database. So this is all of the leaders in the game so far, all right? And by the way, they gave us creators options on which type of package we wanted when we stream. One of them was opening up a bunch of packs to kind of see like what you get, what drop rates are like, all that kind of stuff. Another one was having access to every single card in the game if you want to do some deck building. I was like, I need to have all the cards. I have to, right? So I'll have access to every one of these suckers, okay? So these are leaders, all right? And we'll go over factions in a second. But look at this. You got Batman, you got Black Adam, you got Harley Quinn, you got Joker, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Superman, Green Arrow, Aquaman. You have all these leaders, okay? So each player starts out with 2 leaders. These automatically come out on the board, so you don't have to use any resources or anything like that. The game starts with 2 leaders. I'll have 2 leaders, they'll have 2 leaders. All right, so your 2 leaders start at the bottom left and right of the game board. The bottom right indicates its current health, all right? So right here is their health. So you see Wonder Woman has 21, Batman has 18. If you wanna go through, you can start looking at this, see how much health each leader has, all right? So you have 2 of them, okay? When both the leaders are KO'd, you lose, all right? Or if you KO the other person's leaders, you win, okay? Now, each of the leaders has a special ability, and these abilities, they charge up, and they're very, very cool, all right? Like, they're like an ultimate. If you played games like that, like, you know, I'm into like MOBAs, like Dota and League of Legends and stuff like that, you get an ultimate move. These charge up. So like Batman, for example, this takes 2 charges. So see right here, this number right here says 2. Well, you can also see it on the card. It says 2 charges right here. So that means 2 turns. So every 2 turns, Batman gets +3 this little symbol is attack. So every other turn, Batman and all the other leaders, they can't attack. So the attack would be in the bottom left, and I'll go over some cards that have those. So some of them have like, you know, every 2 turns like Batman, he can attack. And then it says, seek one of 2 gadgets, all right? So not only can he attack, but he also has an ability. So gadgets are cards. This is something that's a whole other video. So when I'm asking you if you want me to go over like deck and card breakdowns and like factions, gadgets are part of Batman's faction. So Batman and Batgirl and Cyborg, they're all in the tactics faction, okay? So like they kind of have these like synergies together. So if you've played like Runeterra, they have like the different like locations and stuff. In Marvel Snap, it's a little bit different, right? You have like on reveal cards, ongoing cards, but you wanna build these synergistic decks. So they've kind of grouped these together. So me, personally, I am most excited for this faction. It's Anarchy. And Anarchy has Harley Quinn, Joker, and Doomsday. So they do some cool stuff. So like Harley Quinn, every 2 turns, Harley Quinn gets +3 damage, but then she also has this thing called Adrenaline, draw a card. So check this out. If any of you have played Legends of Runeterra, Harley Quinn reminds me a lot of Jinx. So Jinx, in Legends of Runeterra, when you discard your hand, she gets like her ultimate ability, right? Adrenaline is the same thing. When your hand is empty, she gets that ability. Now, for everything that you're seeing, these are different keywords, and I'm hoping I'm not complicating this too much, but these keywords, so like this is Adrenaline, you'll see things like gadgets. Where's Batgirl? Batgirl has this one, activate the deploy ability of all these. So these are all different functions, okay? Some of them like means like at the start of the turn, some mean at the end of the turn. There's a lot of keywords that you need to learn. That is a completely different video. If you want me to make that, let me know. Like when I'm playing the game this weekend, I'm gonna have like a Word doc with all of them. The devs have given us a list of a bunch of the keywords, but there's some keywords that let you attack leaders. I'll explain why that's important in a second. There's some keywords that make it so like you can't get hit for a turn. There's other keywords that like the Flash has flurry, which means he can attack twice. So there's a lot of keywords. Like I said, this is a complex game, okay? So anyways, that's the leaders. We got 2 leaders on each side. First one to knock out the other person's leaders, you win, all right? Cool. So your resources. All right. So your resources, basically players will first have access to bronze before silver and then finally gold, okay? So this is where I'm still confused and I'm probably gonna have to see it in action, but I believe this is how it works. Turn 1, you get 1 bronze resource. Turn 2, you get 2 bronze resources. Turn 3, you have a bronze and a silver. Turn 4, you have 2 bronzes, 2 silvers, and then turn 5, I believe you have a silver and a gold, okay? And then I think that's the max, is a silver and a gold. You're like, Chris, silver and a gold, I don't get it. Okay, so let me go through another card type so that makes a little bit more sense. So when you go here to the card database, you look up in the top left and it shows you their resource. So Alfred right here, he's a bronze. So he's like a 1 drop, all right? In other things. So first turn, and I believe you could play 2 cards maximum per turn. So this dude right here, Ambush Bug, and by the way, on the website too, oh crap, my stupid face is blocking it. On the website, just trust me, right behind this screen grab of my face, you can select it so it's only looking at certain factions. All right, so if you're like, oh, I wanna build a Batman deck, you can filter it so it's only looking at tactics, all right? But anyways, so as you can see, there's bronze, this has silver, this is a gold one. So check this out. So the gold ones are gonna be like the most powerful ones. They're like your big daddies. They're gonna come out and do stuff, all right? But there's something that Willow actually made me privy to that I had to learn later, okay? So see this right in here, right in the middle? This is like the rarity of the card. And I think they call this ultra rare, is that what they call it? They have rarity right here. is it legendary, super rare, something like that. Anyways, you can have 2 of every card in your deck, except for these ones, you can only have 1 of them in your deck. So Bizarro, you can only have 1, and it's pretty dope. So Bizarro, for example, let me actually look up this keyword deploy real quick. I always get some of these confused. So deploy is, where is it on my list? Deploy, when this card enters the battlefield, activate its ability, okay? So Bizarro is deploy if Bizarro is in your back row, swap each player's back row with their front row, all right? So looking back at the game board, just using Bizarro as an example, he's a gold resource. He'll take all of your opponent's leaders and put them in the front. So anything that's in the back row right here will move to the front. Pretty dope ability. But yeah, like a lot of these gold cards have like super good abilities, all right? So those are your resources, okay? Bronze, silver, gold. So that's like your curve. So when you're building out a deck, you wanna kind of be paying attention to that, all right? All right, your recruits, these are like your minions, these are like your soldiers, these are the ones going out there, okay? So these are the ones that are duking it out in the front, all right? And you gotta take them out to get to the leaders. So recruits and allied characters that protect your leaders and take down your enemies, playable in any spot on your side of the game board. Recruits can't attack the turn they are played, but immediately protect any unit behind them. So there's a caveat there. So they can be blockers, so they're blocking your leader, right? So if my Batman's in the bottom left, I want a leader, I want a recruit in front of him in case they hit him, right? But it says you can't attack the turn you play him. That's not always true. There are some that let you attack when you play them, and I believe that keyword is start. Is it start? No, speed. If it has, so like this one right here, ambush bug, speed. So when you play it, he can attack on that same turn. Deploy, ambush bug gets ambush. So not only that, but when he's deployed, he gets ambush. And ambush, look, I'm like already teaching you keywords. If this character KO a character it attacks, it doesn't take damage back. So he's a 2/2, so if he fought another 2/2, they would both die. If he fought somebody that was a 1/2, it would only do 1 damage to him, and see he has 2 health. So what it's saying is, if he kills that thing, he won't get, he doesn't take any damage, all right? So these are your recruits. So real quick, and by the way, let me know if you want me to build, make a video on my decks. I probably will, because I'm very excited about it. So like, let me just show you, all right? Let me filter this, because like I said, I'm super stoked for the Anarchy one. So a lot of the Anarchy recruits, if you look right here, they say Arkham Inmate. So Harley Quinn. So by the way, something that gets kind of confusing, but you'll get used to it real quick. Some of these are leaders, but you can also have a recruit version of them as a card. So I might have Harley Quinn the leader, and then I might also have Harley Quinn the recruit. Does that make sense? Like there's also a Joker, a Batman, blah, 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 blah. But anyways, Harley Quinn is an Arkham Inmate. Hugo Strange is an Arkham Inmate. You get Mr. Freeze. So obviously like all the Batman badge, you got like Clayface, bunch of people, right? But anyway, so Arkham Inmate, so like, if you go back to the leaders, if I go to my man Joker, it says, so he's a 3 charge, the Joker gets +2 attack this turn, and fires 4 shots that deal 1 damage at random enemies. If you have an Arkham Inmate, charge the Joker, all right? So if I have Arkham Inmates in play, it's gonna charge him. Does that make sense? So like, there's a lot of synergies that you can start working with. Like Batman has gadgets, these ones have stuff with Arkham Inmates. Harley Quinn, since she's like a discard one, you wanna get like discard cards. So there's like a lot of synergies with the recruits. Like you'll see like Batman characters, they have synergies with Batman and those, the whole tactics faction, all right? Enemy leaders. So yeah, you win by taking them out. So achieve victory by taking them out, leaders by reducing their defense to 0. Remember, you need to KO both to claim your victory. Enemy leaders always start in the upper left and right hand corner, so that's up there. Enemy recruits. So enemy recruits will defend leaders. So there's some there's some cards with keywords that can go past the defender and attack straight to the leader. I forgot what that keyword is, okay? All right, we good? We good. This video is a little bit longer, but this is fun because I get to explain what I've learned so far. So one of the best ways to learn things is to teach it. So it helps it sink in. Just a fun little teacher tip for all of you out there, okay? So, playing. Okay, so we're gonna kind of zip through this. I showed you I went through a lot of this, all right? Draw your starting hand. Okay, cool. Draw your opening hand. Oh, so this game has mulligans, okay? So yeah, you start out with 4 and then you can get rid of however many cards you want. So for those of you who haven't played a card game like this, I only recently learned about it from Legends of Runeterra because I haven't played card games in forever. Because Marvel Snap, you don't do this, you get your starting hand, that's it. So let's say I draw my hand and it's all golds, right? I can't play you until later, so what am I gonna do, right? So, or say you have 2 golds and 2 bronze, or let's say your deck really revolves around certain card or a certain combo. If you don't have them in your starting hand, you can click on 1, 2, 3, or 4 cards that you don't want and you wanna redraw, okay? So that's what this redraw button is. So it gives you a chance to draw the cards that you want, basically, all right? So you get to do that at the beginning of every single game. So you automatically draw a card from your deck at the start of your turn. Some cards will allow you to draw additional cards as well. Yeah, there's certain cards that let you draw. That's kind of normal for a card game. Play your cards. So by the way, a very cool feature that I'm excited about, that I really enjoy in card games, is the round tracker, all right? So I don't think I mentioned this, but this is PC only for right now. I believe they're working on a mobile version, so hang tight there, all right? So yeah, this just says play your cards. You start with a bronze resource, attack. So this is one thing that I'm trying to learn and understand a little bit more about. So based on this animation, it looks like you can attack anybody in your front row can attack anybody in their front row. I didn't know if it was just straightforward. So click and drag a ready recruit to an enemy to attack, boop. Okay, defenders and attackers will both deal damage to each other at the same time. So choose your targets wisely. So this Superman recruit, he's a 6'7", so if he attacked something that had 7 power, they would hit each other at the same time. Superman would die. If that person has 6 or less health, because Superman has 6 damage, he'll kill them. You see what I mean? Or knock them out. We're friendly here. We just knock people out. Nobody dies. People just get knocked out. All right. Activate your leader. This is the charges that we're talking about. So this gives their special ability. Okay. And your turn. Cool. We got it. So building your first deck. All right. So here's the last part of it. Here's the nitty gritty of it. So this is something that I've been spending hours on this, you guys. I am in it. When I get locked in on something, I am in it, okay? So each leader is supported by a faction. I already explained that to you. You'll need to build a deck with 20 cards from each of your leaders' factions for a total of 40 cards. Keep your deck strategy in mind as you build support leaders, okay? So what I've built so far, I've built I believe a Harley and Joker deck. I actually have it. No. I've built a Harley and Black Adam deck. Then I've built a Joker and Flash deck. So the Flash is energy. So Flash does a lot of quick damage, and Joker fires random shots. So I'm looking for synergies like that. I really want to build a energy deck with Green Lanterns. There's a bunch of other Green Lantern recruits, by the way. So you'll draw other Green Lanterns, you got John Stewart. So it's kind of like the Arkham inmates, all right? But anyways, you can have 2 factions, okay? You can have 20 of each card. Now, something that they don't mention that I did learn is that you can have 1 faction. You can have just one if you want. So what that means is if I want to, like if I go to the tactics one, Batman and Batgirl are both tactics. I could build a Batman and Batgirl deck. And then you have 20 from each one. I asked the devs about this. Uh, if like the cards you use are completely based off your leaders. So it's not like I can have 2 leaders that are tactics, but then like pull in another faction for my cards. Does that make sense? So if you're doing one faction for all 40 of your cards, like all 40 of your cards need to be from that faction, which is totally fine. Batman and Batgirl, they have a great synergy. I actually made a Batman and Batgirl deck as well, okay? So keep that in mind. You can either have 2 factions or 1, all right? Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention this. So there are also cards that have free resources. So like there's bronze, silver, and gold, but there's some cards that are free. So they don't cost anything. You just drop them out there like they're hot, all right? Now, adjusting your resources. So this is just talking about the curve. So if you plan on building decks, you can actually go here and you can filter them. So you can filter by card type, action, recruit, leader, and then the cost. You could do rarity. They have sets. I'm not 1000% sure how the sets work yet, but let me go over this too real quick. So aside from recruits, geez, I'm realizing they need to put some more information on this thing. So aside from recruits, you also have actions. They're like spells, okay? So these are not recruits, these are just abilities. So like this one, this is a tactics action. It's 1 silver resource, return a recruit to its controller's hand, right? Then you have like bronze ones, exhaust an enemy recruit and give them -3 damage. So exhaust means that that person, that card cannot use their ability, okay? So you have straight jacket. So these are all just abilities. They are not taking up a slot on your board. Use them once. Now, we talked about gadgets. Batman has a lot of gadgets. These are all free. Get it? They're free, okay? So in addition to those, we also have created cards, all right? So Green Arrow, he creates a bunch of arrows. So he has like a bunch of different types of trick arrows that do different stuff. They do damage or they like whatever. Batman's gadgets, by the way, they'll like heal you and stuff. So yeah, so there's a couple more card types to keep in mind, all right? Cool. So yeah, adjust your resource curve, look at that. It looks like they have it built in the game where it'll kind of show you. So like, look at this, it's showing you, okay, so here's how many you have of each card, blah, 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 blah. Oh, and then it shows you how many of each one you have in there. So then playing and editing. So yeah, then you just go and you test stuff out, everything like that. All right. So anyways, dang, this thing was like 30 minutes long, man. Thought it was gonna be shorter, but yeah, I'm just so excited about this game. Check this out. You can also upgrade your gadgets with Batman. So like, see, this is like tear gas. Like the regular tear gas does like just, you know, I think it does like it takes away like 1 damage from them or something. And this says give 2 enemies. There's also like upgraded healing. There's a squad car, all sorts of fun stuff. Like it creates that. This game's gonna be dope. But yeah, anyways, that is the basics of the game. It's gonna take a while to learn. I'm glad I'm hopping into this brand new because like with Legends of Runeterra, like I am like 2 months playing it casually and I still barely know anything about the game. I have like cards memorized. I think Marvel and DC will click a little bit more and me remembering cards and their abilities and stuff just because I'm familiar with the universes, you know what I mean? So yeah, maybe it'll help, you know, knowing some of that. But yeah, I'm super excited. We're gonna be streaming like crazy. I'll be doing 4 hours each day. Wait, is it 4 hours? And 4? Yeah, 4 hours. So I'll be streaming 4 hours Friday through Sunday. I'll be giving away keys throughout it, all right? So you guys can watch me play. I'll be your guinea pig, testing out different stuff. You guys are gonna help me adjust decks, tweak decks. Maybe we'll build some decks together. But yeah, again, like Hopefully this video helped out, but if need be, head on over to Willow's channel. What Willow's been doing is he broke down the entire energy faction. He broke down the entire anarchy faction, the entire tyranny faction, tactics, might, I'm not sure what this one is. I'm gonna watch this as soon as I'm done recording, but he's breaking them down. He's going through literally every single card. So if you want like more details, go check that out. But also don't forget, if there are more videos that you want me to make on this, like if you want me to go more in depth on the different cards or factions, their synergies, what their kind of themes are and stuff like that, let me know. I can go through like the leaders, I can do whatever. Just let me know. I'll probably have some more ideas for content. I'm not like completely abandoning Marvel Snap. We'll see how the juggling act goes, but like, I'm super excited. I'm super excited for this game. It seems like there's a little bit more strategy involved. I like having like a bigger deck, more things to do, like aside from just like, so like, I'm super excited for this, and we're gonna play a crap ton of this, all right? But anyways, you guys, that's all I got for this video. Thanks for hanging out. I'm glad that you all wanted to learn this game so much as well. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe, ring the notification bell. For my birthday, I beg of you, help me get to 10,000 subscribers. And you're also gonna wanna be subscribed and follow me on Twitter so you don't miss any of the DC Dual Force Beta Key giveaways, all right? Like I said, I have hundreds upon hundreds of these things, so you don't want to miss it, all right? So make sure you're following me, stay tuned, turn notification bells on, all sorts of stuff. You can hang out in our Discord and stuff too. I try to give people in Discord a heads up before other people. So there's a little secret tip for you, all right? Anyways, that's all I got. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one.